Hey, Happy New Year's, everybody. It looks like everybody's here already. Look at this. I see Ted's on and Tiz is on and Larry's there. Larry and Bev's going to watch us on the big screen. So all you lucky dogs are join us on Happy New Year. New Year's Eve. What is it? What'd you call it? New Year's Eve 2018 or 2020? 19.
No, we're not even 2020.
Oh, I keep saying 20. Oh, Happy New Year to Larry and Rick. Hi, Rick. How you doing? I'm just trying to figure out, is this New Year's Eve 2018 or
yes.
is it 2019? It's 18.
It's 18.
Okay. I'm trying to...
It will be 19 till after midnight.
Oh, I'm just trying to confuse everybody already, you know? We'll just see how it goes. Hey, like my fireworks? We're having our own fireworks here. We brought fireworks right to the thing, so... we're just hanging out. I got my coffee mug. It's full of, I got a little Canadian whiskey in it tonight, so we changed it up a little bit. Ted asked me earlier, he says, well, he goes, when I come on, he goes, I might have had a few drinks already. And I go, well, it's New Year's Eve, what the hey, you know, no problem. That's what New Year's Eve you generally do. Good evening, Rick. Enjoy having tomorrow off. I bet you do. I'm glad to see you guys getting tomorrow's off. Everybody deserves days off, you know. Gosh, we was talking about that this afternoon about retirement, and I figured I worked almost 50 years before I retired because I started on the farm, and pretty much when you grow up on the farm, it's almost like a full-time job. I mean, you'd milk the cows twice a day and feed them every day, and so it's almost like that. So, will I make it to midnight? I guarantee I will not. I haven't seen midnight New Year's Eve for I don't know how many years, you know. Well, Larry said just watch the New Year's Eve celebration in Sydney, Australia.
That's right. They're 14 hours ahead.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas or Happy New Year's to Sophie in Australia.
Rick says slow cooker, pork and sauerkraut, mashed potatoes tomorrow for dinner. You know, that's a tradition. What are they down here? They eat greens. They eat collard greens.
I've always eaten.
Well, pork and sauerkraut's that's a traditional New Year's Day dish. Supposedly, what, make you more prosperous? Is that what they tell you? Makes you more prosperous. But yeah, in the South, it's greens. It's collard greens. Everybody eats collard greens, and something else, wasn't it? There was some peas. Yeah. But I mean, collard greens a big one. They was shown on the news yesterday. I think it was that. They were growing all the collard greens, getting ready for New Year's, so it's a different part. Hey, there's Denny. How you done, Denny? Haven't seen Denny on for a bit. I mean, Happy New Year's, Denny. You and Phyllis. So glad to see you.
Did you guys get all moved in?
Yeah, did you get moved? Denny and Phyllis was getting a new place, same area, new place. So you guys get yourself all moved in. Rick says, Bob, what does it do for your prostate? I don't know. I try not to think about my prostate.
Jeff's here.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Jeff. Hi, Bob, Sue, Rick, Tiz, Larry. Everybody's here. It's like, oh, yeah, I bet you've been busy, Denny. That moving stuff's no fun. You know, it's like the last time I moved was when I moved Sue down here from Ohio. And that was a lot of work, you know. And then I remember all the stuff you had, and we was trying, where are we going to put this stuff? And right now you wouldn't know. It's all been incorporated.
Oh, and we got rid of a bunch of stuff.
We did. We did. So,
it took me about 6 months to go through all the boxes. We shoved them in the back bedroom.
Yeah, there you go. Jeff says we must have black eyed peas here.
Yes.
You know, black eyed peas a tradition.
I
just heard they're going to start it. Abby, the Sheltie, one of our lucky dogs, she just hates fireworks, big noises. You know, that's. Let me adjust my camera a little bit. Get my head up out of here. Yeah, she just hates all that noise. The rap group, there you go. We're in the rap. All the lucky dogs in the rap group. So we're all set up. Sue said we need to go for a liquor run. I went to the cupboard. We don't drink much, and I thought, well, I'm gonna throw some ice in here, and I had some Canadian whiskey, and there was just a little bit there, so I threw what was in there. Actually, not all of it even, and some ice. And so, yeah, we're about out of liquor. So we're some real big partiers down here, you know.
Yeah,
so
about every 6 months we go for a liquor run.
So what's the weather around everybody's area? How's you guys getting warm? Oh, Denny says had to watch Phyllis move everything. There you go. That's the way to do it, Denny. Yeah, there you go. Watch Phyllis do it. Just like, go on, woman, get moving that stuff, you know. Rick says get lots of booze, Bob. I'm drinking beers, so Rick's drinking beer. What are you having? I know Ted's drinking something. What are you drinking tonight, Ted?
The question is, for Ted, what number is he on?
What number?
Is he? We know he drinks cheap beer.
Well, Ted said better run to the liquor store. Yeah. What's Larry and Bev drinking? Are you guys having any adult beverages?
And
I
what's
wasn't.
the weather like in Wisconsin?
Yeah, what's the weather like in Wisconsin? Hey, Google. Good evening. Good day.
Hello there. What can I do for you?
Tell me the weather.
Right now in DeLand, it's 77 and partly cloudy. Tonight, it's predicted to be 69 and mostly cloudy.
Oh, it's down to 77. Oh,
It's
it was
down.
like 82.
Yeah, I think it was at 84 at one point today. So, been nice. We
That's
warmed
what
up.
the weather is in Green Bay, or Wisconsin.
Okay, Google. What's the weather in Green Bay, Wisconsin?
Right now in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's 31 with snow.
31 and
Today,
snow.
there will be snow with a forecasted high of 31 and a low of 16.
Yeah, we finally warmed up. We've been, what, 80 for the last 3 days, 4 days. It's been really, really
Beautiful,
nice.
Yeah.
Larry said nearly freezing rain now. Expect to change to snow soon.
That's
So,
a good reason to stay in, Larry and Beth.
okay, what's your weather? Rick's weather in
Sudbury.
Sudbury. Okay, Google. What's the weather in Sudbury, Pennsylvania?
Currently in Sunbury, it's 42 with rain.
42 with
The
rain.
forecast tonight is 46 with showers.
That's not
And
too bad.
tomorrow, it'll be cloudy.
It'll be cloudy, so that's
And Rick is in, Ted is in Coudersport.
okay. Google. What's the weather in Coudersport, Pennsylvania?
Right now in Coudersport, it's 39 with rain.
39 with rain.
Tonight,
That's-
it's predicted to be 41 with light rain.
This said, laugh. I guess my note about me being arms deep into cleaning the fish tank was not observed. Oh, I caught that, Diz. I knew you've been working in your
Didn't know if
fishing.
you were listening.
Yeah, didn't know you listened. Yeah, I knew you were in the cleaning mode. I cleaned 2 of my tanks last week. They weren't bad though. Just did a water change on it. Yeah, Rick says it's been raining up there all day. Oh, boxed wine. Yeah, boxed wine's good. You know, I like wine. You know. Yeah, Germantown. Okay, Google. What's the weather in Germantown, Wisconsin?
Right now in Germantown, it's 33 with rain.
33.
Today, there will be snow with a forecasted high of 37 and a low of 19.
So they're gonna have some snow. Low of 19. Yeah, Diz. What size of tanks do you have? Rick has tanks. Yeah, Diz. I'm not going to be seeing the screen nor hear mostly honesty talk. Okay, because he's working. He's been working on his tanks. He had an algae outbreak, and he's getting that fixed up. You know, so that happens sometimes. Your aquariums, the algae will just bloom out, and everything gets green. You know, this says we have a 67-gallon tank. I know a very odd number. A 300 to 400 gallon goldfish pond in the backyard. I used to have a goldfish pond. It got full of frogs, and it was by my window, and I got rid of it because they croak all night. Rick says 60 and 65, Bob. So see, Rick's got some nice sized tanks. I've got 355s. I've got 30, a 20, and 2 10s. Had to remember. Larry says I got Bev an Amazon Echo Dot 3rd generation for Christmas. Now we can talk to Alexa. So that's pretty cool. They're fun to play around with. It's today I have it hooked up to one light here at my desk, and that is called a Wemo, or I think that's what it is. And it lost its whatsoever today, and they wouldn't do it. And so I had to reset it. Worked for quite a while, but I got it working, you know. Oh, Diz or Eric. Diz is named Eric, so in case the rest of you don't realize, that's Eric. We get tadpoles from toads and frogs. It's like a lively bunch. Yeah, and they start breeding, and it's like, I remember one time I kind of let my swimming pool go years ago, and I had tadpoles in the swimming pool, but I soon coordinated them out. But it says, Sue, we typically do not do that traditional German stuff. So
That's what I thought. Is he having sauerkraut and pork and German?
sauerkraut. I don't think we're having nothing. We could do sauerkraut tomorrow. We got that. I made a dish with, it was sausage cut up into like, little pieces. And I put this, what was the name of that sauerkraut you got?
It's Nellie's red cabbage.
Nellie's red cabbage.
Sweet and sour cabbage.
Put that in the Instant Pot. Man, this stuff's really good, so I might do that tomorrow.
Yeah, there you go. Well, sauerkraut.
Yeah, Eric said, I got a Echo Dot 2nd generation for $20. That's a good price. I'm going to change it and I am going to change its call name to Computer in the glory days of Star Trek. Okay, you can talk to Computer. Got to check the water as the tank is being filled. Oh yeah, you don't want to overflow it, Oh, Denny said they took 3 gators out of our overflow pond, so you guys are getting some gators coming up. Gators will come in anywhere there's water. Gators can appear, So well, at least they got them out of there. So not going around biting people.
Wow, Denny.
Larry says I have set up Alexa to control a few smart devices. I have a Wemo Mini Wi-Fi outlet as one device I can control. They're fun. I'd like to get a few more devices. We just haven't bought any more devices, but you can control your whole house with them. You can change your temperature and your thermostat and everything. Ted says hit that like button. Yeah, that's right. Hit the like button, everybody. Hit the likes. Alexa can now control our Lux thermostat. See, that's cool. And I remember Larry telling me about that when they were down here and they were heading home. I think he said he got around Chicago. He went there and had the heat turned up in his house, so when he got home, it was nice and warm, and he was miles away. You could just turn the heat up there, and they're pretty. Technology is so cool. I love technology. I've been playing with this new Osmo Pocket little camera, and this thing is awesome. And I don't know if y'all seen the bracket. I seen some. I made this little bracket to fit it in. I can put my phone in here. I put my one camera up here and put a tripod on there. And so I love to tinker with stuff like that, Yeah, Alexa can now do the thermostat. That's awesome. Oh, then he says a guy came and picked up the camper Saturday, so your other camper's gone. So
wow.
Yeah, camper's gone.
Cats won't know where to go now.
Yeah, now where's the cat's gonna go? They'll find you. Believe me, they'll find you. Cats, if you put a little food out, they'll find you. They said, yeah, wait, go. No, there's Scott from Bike, Boats, and Bivouacs. Hey, folks. Can't text, I'm driving, but listening. Okay, glad to know you're here, Scott, so we can talk about you. Welcome aboard. Happy New Year, Scott. Hope everything's good up your way. Yeah, I don't talk about anybody. I talk to them. If I talk about you, I'm going to talk about you to you. So, what's anybody ever get flat out drunk on New Year's Eve? I remember a few years back I had. I remember the first time I was old enough to drink. I was up in Ohio, and I went to a New Year's Eve party, and they had everything there. And I'd never had much experience with any liquor. And I thought, I'm going to try it all. It's like, this is a good opportunity. Man, I got so wiped out that you don't mix liquor like that. That doesn't work out so good. Then I just went out and hung on a tree most of the night. So I become a real tree hugger. But yeah, that's one memory of years ago. One of my first drinking New Year's Eve party. Oh, then he said the cats are not happy.
Probably staying in, happy to stay in.
Yeah, they're staying in and that. This is, what kind of question is that? What kind of... Ted, have you got some crazy New Year's Eve experiences? I bet you do. He goes, what kind of question is that, That's every weekend for me, Bob. Oh, there you go. Well, it used to be that way. When I was younger, weekends was party time, Get together with some friends and drink more than you needed to, Oh, yeah, see, one of the cats were running back to the old place, Yeah, Denny said when I was younger, yes, things change when you get older. You just don't, what you used to do, you don't care about it, Yeah, Larry said, I've not been drunk in maybe 40 years. It's like, well, I've gotten not flat drunk, but tipsy. But I don't drink that much anymore. I don't care about it that much, but occasionally, you know, have a drink here and there. Just out of curiosity, anyone around me willing to let me borrow their RV for a few weeks? That's a loaded question there, Diz. They rent pretty expensive too. Ted says I used to drink every day. You know, I drank more for free. That's a good price, Diz. You can't beat that. You know, free's always good. Oh, Rick says, Ted and I drink every night. I used to more, you know, I used to homebrew beer. I was really big into that. And in fact, it used to be called Lucky Dog Brewery. I had the whole setup, brew beer. I had a kegerator. I had like 4 taps with it. And keg beer. I'd be brewing all the time. And so I drank, you know, every day, you know. But not, I wouldn't get really drunk every day, but I drank every day, you know. And now I hardly ever have a beer, you know. Rick said I can't afford to anymore. It gets expensive, you know, especially if you drink good beer. Good beer is expensive. It's nothing. I mean, I've paid high as $20 for one beer and good quality beer. Oh yeah, Rick says I drink cheap beer. There you go. Well, you know, if you want to drink a lot, you got to drink it cheaper because you can't afford to drink high dollar beer. Then he says keeping them in for a little bit, so taking the cats to.
Yeah, he didn't. Denny didn't move far from his old place, and their captor used to be an out, so they would probably run back to their old place.
Back to their old one, yeah. Yeah, this says renting one can be okay, but the gas, but as well, time to get back to watching water in the tank. Yeah, you don't want that to overflow. Then you got to clean up water. I haven't done that, but it could easily happen. I had a filter, the pipe came loose, and I had water all over the place once. Yeah, Sue says you got to get them used to the new place, and yeah, you know, cats, you know, animals are like people, maybe worse, to getting adjusted to someplace new. They know, you know. Oh, Ted said, "Hey Rick, what kind of beer?" You know, let me guess, Bud Light. Oh, ice. Rick says boxer ice, 36 packs for $15. You know, when I used to buy beer from the store, so I never used to buy much beer from the store because I made my own. I used to get Amber Bock was one of my favorite, and Black and Tan. Those were my 2 favorite commercial beers that I would buy, and they're not all that expensive. And but yeah, some people don't like dark beer. I love dark beers. Oh, Ted said never heard of that one, so yeah, I've heard of the ice. I don't know about Boxer. I heard Ice. There's one beer called Ice, you know. Oh, there's Rat Fink. Happy New Year's to you all. Good to see you, Ron. Yeah, Rick says, not bad, Ted. Hi, Ron. Be right back. Another beer. So Rick's going after another beer. Larry says Bev is starting right now on her third 1,000-piece puzzle right now. Guess I know who we'll be doing tonight. Sue did some puzzles.
Yeah.
You did some big ones there,
Yeah.
and some of them.
Not 1,000. I don't think I did 1,000 piece. Maybe 500.
Some of them would take you like a couple months to do.
Yeah, well,
You know?
it depends on how long you spend
How long you
on
work
it.
on it? Yeah.
I love puzzles, Bev.
Yeah. So Sue's a puzzler. She puzzles me. Yeah. First beer I got drunk from was Ice House. So I don't remember. I remember as kids we used to go camping, and the guys there used to be a creek, and they'd put their beer down in the creek to keep it cold. Well, my brother and my cousin, we got into their beer and started drinking it, and we all got drunk. Went back to the campsite, and what's wrong with you guys? You know, our parents were saying, Uncle said, we know what's wrong with it, you know, and so yeah, we sneak around and get some. That was, I don't even know what kind of beer it was, but we knew we found it in the creek. You too, Bob. So okay, Ron. Coors Light, there you go. Coors used to be a big deal because you couldn't get it in Ohio. And I remember, you know, somebody brings some Coors in, that was like a big deal. And Sue loves doing puzzles. Yeah, Larry said it doesn't matter what type of beer you drink, it all tastes the same after the first 6. It's true. They start to mellow out after you have 6 of them. Yeah, Ice House is mean beer. That makes you get mean. I don't think I ever got mean when I drink, but Ron says had a rough day. We had to put my oldest basset. Oh, I'm sorry. I had to hear that. 13 recipes, Jag. So I'm sorry to hear that, Ron. So that's a hard time when you lose a dog. They're just like family. So my thoughts are with you.
Oh, that's sad.
Larry. Sue says, "Oh no, Ron, sorry to hear that." So yeah, that's a hard thing on it. Yeah, Ted's Coors is my my fist is stronger. There you go. That's pretty light beer. I've been to Coors Brewery out into Golden, Colorado. Went out there and took a tour, and you know, I don't know if anybody know much about hops and stuff in beer, but there's like all kinds of different hops. And I asked them on the tour, I go, "What type of hops do you use in your beer?" And the tour guide, she goes, "Well, what do you mean?" I go, "There's probably 100 different kinds of hops." I goes, "What, you know, there's Fuggles, there's Cascade, there's just all kinds." And she didn't know. So that's a good one. Never had that asked before, you know. And of course, I was a brewer, so I wanted to know all those details. So she didn't know what type of hops they had in the Coors beer out there. Oh, Rick says our German Shepherd died last spring. It was hard. It is. You know, our two lucky dogs are getting up there, and I just dread the day that they're going to be going. Oh, there's Patty. And it's like, yeah, she got the sad face of Ron. Yeah, we appreciate it. So, yeah, I'll take Michelob Ultra. I don't know if I've ever tried one of those.
I have.
You know?
They're not that good. I mean,
Yeah,
it's okay.
I just don't think I've ever tried one of those. A lot of people like them. Larry says Bev just finished knitting baby sweaters. Cool. For the twins out of California. She will be heading out there for the birthday in a few weeks. That was cool when Larry and Bev was down here. I was playing around. Sue had a ball yarn trying to knit, and I couldn't figure out. And Bev picked it up, and she was showing how to knit. So that was pretty cool. She's a knitter. Boxer Ice is a lager beer. Okay. Lager beer is fermented cold. That's the difference between a lager and a ale. You cold ferment. You drop the temperature and crash it down. You get a cleaner beer out of it. So it's the difference between a lager and an ale. Hi, Patty. I'm glad to see Patty come aboard. Like I said, Bev and I have been on many brewery tours. They're fun. I enjoy, you know, when we did the meet up with Robert down here at Daytona Brewery. That's Alan's head brewer. I actually brewed with him. I brewed a Scotch ale that they had on tap down there for about 6 months, and we made 100 gallons of it down there. So, but yeah, brewery tours are cool.
They are, yeah.
You know,
Sampling all there.
and sampling all the good beers. You know, yeah, Bevel would enjoy spending time with her daughter in California when the twins are born. Rick says, Bob, I caught some of heat for my product review for the video being about food and the skillet. Well, I don't know. I mean, you know, I thought it was pretty good, Rick.
Which one about the
he had that induction skillet there.
Uh-huh.
I thought it was pretty cool, but it showed how it worked. I mean, it was interesting how you can change the temperature and that on it. But I thought it was a good review. You know, how better can you review an item than using it? You know. Yeah, Ratfink said, "Yep, I have Bud Light." There you go. That's usually the beer of choice. Yeah, Ted said I tried the IPA, didn't like it. I'm not a big fan of IPAs. They're too hoppy, too bitter. You know, I'm porters, stouts. I love Belgian beers. Oh, there's Paul. Hi, Paul. How you doing? There it is. Surprise. I'm glad to see you come aboard tonight, Paul. And Ted said I figured I'd give a shot at seeing that Robert likes. Yeah, Robert loves IPAs,
Yeah.
and
You either love them or you don't.
yeah, I mean
They're very bitter.
very bitter, and you know, the IBUs, the International Bittering Units, that's what considers how bitter a IPA is. The higher the IBUs are in it, the more bitter it is. Switching to Bloody Mary, I like Bloody Marys. That's one of my favorites. Make them with spicy V8 juice. They make them up pretty good. Hi, Paul. Paul says off to the store. You're gonna get some liquid refreshments.
So there's something about a surprise.
A surprise. That was my thought, said Rick. So yeah. Yeah, Paul said there's a surprise. Look at the first page. Look at the first page. What page? Yeah.
Yeah, what page?
Check it out, Sue.
You got 2 air fryers, Danny. Why 2?
Oh yeah, we bought 2 air fryers. I like to have one. My friend Todd's got one. Yeah, Rick says I like anything that gets you drunk after the first few beers. You don't taste it anymore. Actually, I don't like to get drunk. I rather have beer with no alcohol in it, to be honest. I love the taste of beer. Oh, zigzag mix. I've used that's good Bloody Mary mix. I think there's some still in the refrigerator.
You still have some in there?
There might be.
Mix it
It's
with,
old though. Mix it with any.
Whiskey?
No, you mix it with.
Tequila?
No, no, you got me all messed up. With tomato juice to make Bloody Marys.
Oh, the Zing Zang already has a liquor in it?
No, you have to add liquor too.
That's what I said. What do you mix it with?
Well, you can usually you put vodka in it.
Oh, vodka, okay.
You know?
A big one and a little one, okay.
Rick said, yeah, I'm up to 4 air fryers. Wow.
Well, I don't get it. Why you have more than one?
So you can cook more than one thing at the same time.
Oh, I suppose.
A big one and a little one too, if you're going to make a lot.
Yeah.
3 big, yeah, Rick says he has 3 big ones. And look, hey, Rick has all kinds of cool kitchen gadgets. You know, every so often he comes out and he goes, wow, there's a new gadget. He did that one, what'd you call that one in the water where you put it in the bag that he did? What's that called?
I forget what that was called.
That was interesting. It's like, and I've seen these gadgets because I've watched a lot of cooking shows and have to equate how you use them, you know? Yeah, Holly spoils them, Rick. So, yeah, that was called, I'm saying it wrong. Sous vide?
Tell me, Rick, if I'm saying this right. Sous vide.
Yeah, sous vide. It's a French, right?
Yes.
It's a way to cook French way, and it sounds good. It'll cook evenly.
In water or something?
I'm not sure. I think I did look that up. It's vide.
Sous vide.
Sous vide. Okay, sous vide. Ted says, keep this stream going until midnight. I don't know. I'll make it that late. We'll see what happens. There's UK. You're late. No, you're just in time, UK. Glad to see UK. Come on. Happy New Year, UK. Is everybody partying in the UK? See year time change. Is it New Year's over there yet? This stream right behind me.
6:30.
Wasn't that from?
Yeah, it's
that's from London, wasn't it?
11:30.
Wasn't it London?
Yeah, it's 11:30 there right now.
Yeah, Sue said not likely. Yeah, Happy New Year. Yeah, that's that fireworks behind my shoulder there. That was live from London. They've been shooting them up here for about an hour now. Paul says, Sue, click on the link.
What link? I don't know what link.
On your Facebook, Paul. Yeah, Rick says, hi, UK. Everybody's smiling.
Let me go.
Oh, ask Google. The rat fig says, ask Google. Sue's my go-to. You know, I can't hardly type and talk at the same time. You know, they say you can't chew and walk and chew gum.
He posted it, traveling with Robert. Okay, I see it now.
You see it?
RV caravan with us. Guided tours, RV tours, rallies, and event planners. Oh, okay.
Can you see? How can I get that link to mine?
Here, let me try and copy it.
And I can put it up here, you know. I don't know if it'll work if you. If I can get it up there, I'll put it up in the chat here. Sue's a good typer. My biggest issue, I'm a bad typer. I have to think every word how to spell it because I can't spell. You know, what the darn.
I don't want to go to the link.
Oh, Rick said, did you guys install Terrarium yet? It's been working. No, I haven't redone it. I had Terrarium, and then it quit working. And so I haven't tried to install it again. I should probably check into it again.
There's the link. I'm not sure if it'll come up or not.
Then he said, bad thing is I can't drink anymore. Yeah, I know. And if you have problems, you can't drink in that. All right, I'm going to copy this a minute and see if I can put this link up here. See what I can do. Let's see, open in a new tab. Let's try that.
We got a rally with Robert in June, huh?
Oh, cool. Oh, Rick said, I dropped out of school when I was 14 and had to educate myself. I went all the way through high school, but, you know, yeah, you're laughing. He's a little typer. He's just a little apex at it, you know. All right, let's see if I can bring this, this up here. There it goes. Can everybody see that? And I'll scroll down. RV caravan with it, guided tours and rallies and events. I love that picture, looking right over the water. There you go, and it's got calendars. I'll save this. Traveling with Robert, June 20 through 23 rally. Where's this going to be at? Oh, is it going to be at San Antonio? I know I won't get over there. Yeah, so that's at San Antonio. I know I won't get over there. I was hoping to be right here. That's pretty cool. Well, so you got a whole list of events. Savannah's cool. Air Force Museum in Georgia. Well, Sue put the link up there. Anybody, you can copy that down and save it. I'm going to look at this a little bit closer after the chat. But that's awesome. Yeah, I'm going to take a closer look at that after the chat here when I can really study it good. That's awesome. Alright, let me back up here. Sharing. Oh, Bob, he dropped out. I popped that one. A concrete peanut walks into a bar.
I'm not kidding it. Joke. He's telling it a little bit at a time.
Oh, okay. Everyone looks away. Everyone gets their neck snapped. And Rick says, "Why UK?" I'm reading ahead when I got quiet. Never got stat. Oh, Paul says Robert is on a gig this evening. Yeah, Robert had to play tonight with his. His band was playing tonight, and then he'll be leaving the 2nd, heading west. He'll be heading out to the RTR, and so he's. And then I just saw where he was at Lake Okeechobee, the KOA, which Scott. Bike Boats and Bivouac. He's been trying to get a video, and
yeah.
I sent Robert a message. So I hope was filming it. So maybe Scott will get his video from the KOA at the Lake Okeechobee. So, oh, no problem, Paul. That's what we're all about, you know. Clean up, but yeah, I want to read that more. It's like after I get off there. Yeah, I'm going to check it out after the chat's over there.
I saw he had posted in Traveling Robert, so and I knew he had something. Paul had something coming up, but we didn't know what.
Actually, Paul, when I get done here, get Sue to help remind me. I'll put that on my Facebook page, on the Lucky Dog Facebook page, and share it there, if you don't mind, if that's okay. And so that'll be pretty cool on it. So. Yeah, if any of you haven't been on the Facebook page here, go into the description section below, and there's a link there. It will take you to the Facebook page, and then you can join that link there. And you know, I try to put stuff there in it with the channel or anything that anybody has to do. Want to share in there? You're welcome to share it. You know. Okay, so Rick says, "UK, you get drunk." Then the concrete peanut passes out. It's been too many. I'm not up with it.
Yeah, I know.
It's a story about a peanut that gets drunk and loves attention. There you go. In a nutshell. There you go. In a nutshell. It's about a peanut that gets drunk and loves attention. And Ted said, yeah, I saw that picture. Rick says, do me a favor, UK. Throw Megan in Atlantic. She's so trashy. Okay, I'll do that, Paul. I'll post that to my Facebook page for Lucky Dog on it. So, and I don't know if you have the link. You can join it if you want. Look in the description section, and you can see how to join the Facebook page on it. So those are cool because in between you can do things. I have another one. I run the website and the Facebook page for our Radio Control Airplane Club, and I'm always putting info to that one and sharing things back and forth.
We also have a road trek group, which is RV group. We've said it's about road trek. You don't have to have a road trek to belong to it. But it's called Road Trekking Trekking. It's got 2 K's in it.
Yeah.
I think Larry's in it.
Yeah, Larry's in the road trekking
others.
and.
But you can join that too. You know, it's not much. We don't do much in there, but we do have that group too.
In case I'll need a juice box rider. Okay, Rick, I have a joke. Okay, let's hear it, Rick. Rick's got a joke. I like jokes. Jokes are fun. And I always get Google to tell me one, but I'll wait till Rick gets his joke on and we'll see.
It might take a while. So
okay, Google, tell us a joke.
Well, my speciality is interesting facts, but let me try to come up with something funny. According to the BBC, only 1 in 3 people experience brain freeze from eating something cold. The other 2 get it from trying to make small talk.
And then they get brain freeze on the small talk. All right. Sometimes the Google don't have a good joke. They're like hit and miss. Okay, Google, tell us another joke. Okay, Google, tell us another joke.
What do you do if you see a spaceman? You park your car, man.
Park your car, man. All right.
If you see a space, you park.
Oh, if you see a space man, you park your car in this space. All right. Ted says only jokes I know are racist jokes. Well, it won't bother me. It's like, what do you call an Eskimo that swings both ways? Bipolar. There you go.
That's fun.
He's bipolar. There you go. I don't get it. UK. Sometimes I don't get her jokes either. So, yeah, Google's jokes are 1 in 100 if they're any good. Ron says my neighbor loves blowing off fireworks constantly, one after another. Girl, I know it gets irritating. Usually, so far I've heard a couple here, but it's early.
Yeah.
They'll be gone off here, and man, it looks like World War II golf in my backyard. Oh, Rick says, I made that up myself. That's a good one, Rick. Good job. Rick the joke writer, all right. Yeah, Susan, our neighbor, shoots off a lot, and Abby, the unlucky dog here, she gets all bent out of shape. It can be devastating to...
when they're stressed out about it.
Yeah, and they get all stressed out. Okay, UK says, what do you call UK? Well, United Kingdom. But what do you got there, UK? Oh, UKA British. There you go. AKA British is
Also known
as UK. Rick says, what do you call an Italian girl with a yeast infection? Uh-oh. Here we go. I just heard a firework go off here. Apparently Abby's sleeping good enough because she usually starts out once they start. She'll start barking, so she starts off barking. Oh, a Whopper with cheese. Did you make that one up too, Rick? Oh my God, it's a cooking thing. It's a cooking thing. So, yeah, I've got some cooking videos coming up. I did several in the yeah, Rick made that one up too. Yeah, I've been using Instant Pot doing some, so I've got some cooking videos coming out here. I don't know when the next. Tomorrow will be one coming out from Earl Brown Park here in town. It's got a lot of ducks in it, you know. So that was a fun one. Yeah, right. Ha ha. I sometimes can come up with a good joke or make one up, but
one you already know.
Yeah, but once in a while, off the top of my head, I'll come up with something. Sometimes they're stupid too. You know, to say that was stupid. Yeah, Rick says Italians were called wops back in the day. Yeah, Whopper with cheese.
Yeah, we got it, Rick.
Yeah, I had a good Italian friend, and he loved to have he called himself a Dago, you know? And it's like, no problem, name's a name, so, yeah. And I just seen, well, I think he passed away some time ago, but I seen his wife just passed away not too long ago. Bye, UK.
Bye. He said he's gotta go.
Oh, he had to go? Okay, UK.
Well, it's
I have to go watch
midnight
New Year's
then.
fireworks. Okay.
Bye.
All right, enjoy the fireworks, UK.
Bye.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
There's a reason that Italians were called WOPs, the W-O-P, and I can't remember
what it
is.
was, yeah.
It was work.
Oh, Ted said I'm Italian.
but it was work on permit or something. I can't work only permit.
Work only
or
permit?
something. I
Was it?
can't remember when they came in. It was. I think it was put on their passports when they came through Ellis Island, and it was WOP something about working, and so they became known as WOPs.
Okay, Rick said, Bob, you know why all Italians are straight. Okay, hey, Ted, don't be offended. We're just, no offense if you're Italian. I'm Indian. I'm American Indian, and I don't care. You call
Without
me.
papers. Thank you.
Without papers.
Without
There
papers.
you go.
WOP.
Without papers. There you go.
This is offending me.
Oh, what do you bees that produce milk?
It's what we call bees.
What do you call bees that produce milk? Boobies. Sorry to myself. That's a pretty good one. That's a good one, that UK. Yeah. This is offending. Oh, I'm sorry if it is. We won't tell anymore. I'm sorry. Or are you kidding me? But no,
But he laughed at
oh, then he's laughing. I'm not even Italian. What do you call 5 Cubans in a boat? Yeah, see, I don't get offended. You know, it's like, and once in a while somebody will, so I try to not offend anybody because that's not the intentions ever. Oh, we'll see you. Bye, all. Bye, UK. Patty's laughing. Quattro Cinco. They're going to Cinco. Cute.
Quattro is 5.
Quattro is 5.
Cinco is down. Okay. We've officially offended 1, 2,
We've
3.
offended everybody, you know, so it's like,
Nationalities,
yeah.
let's see here.
We've offended everybody. I offended myself. No, I don't get offended. What do you call a man with seagulls on his head? Ted says, know any good black jokes? I don't know. We won't get too crazy. Next thing you know, we're going to be offending somebody. You know? Bye, UK. Ron says. Yeah, I don't, he's talking about staying up till midnight. Oh, a dead man if he has chips.
Fish and chips.
Fish and chips. There you go. Fish and chips. Yeah, I was trying to remember the last time I stayed up to midnight. It's been, gosh, it's been a long time. Been years. Even not being New Year's Eve. I remember getting up at midnight. I'm ready to go. I get up early, you know. Rick says, what do you call it? Ethiopian with a yeast infection. We're going to make bread here with all these yeast infections. Oh, it says that joke sucked. Okay, Google, tell us another joke. Maybe a good one. Oh,
I've been working
nine-minded.
on some material based on facts I've learned online. I read on Wikipedia that karaoke means empty orchestra in Japanese.
Empty orchestra.
In English, karaoke means, oh, those are the words to this song?
Yeah. She sounded like an elephant, didn't she?
Yeah.
Oh, quarter pounder with cheese. There you
Yeah.
go. All right. What do you call it? Ethiopian with a yeast infection, a quarter pounder with cheese.
I don't get it. That's all right.
Yeah, it's all right. Ted said, what's 1 million black people at the bottom of the ocean? Wet. Never minded. Never minded. I had another thing I was going to talk about, and I forgot what it was.
We got completely off.
We got off on crazy jokes. I forgot what I was going to... Yeah, there was something else was going to...
I told you to take a picture of your gizmo you made. You did that.
Oh, I showed that to him. You know, my little... Unless you know what a Osmo Pocket, the gizmo wouldn't probably be apical, you know. What happened to Jeff? I haven't heard Jeff say nothing for a while. You still there, Jeff?
Yeah.
Hey, Jeff. I know Scott was listening in the background because he said he was driving, you know.
Scott's listening.
And Scott's listening. So, does anybody do New Year's resolutions? I never did. I don't. They are skinny quarter pounders with cheese. Use the planes. Ethiopians. Yeah, New Year's resolutions. I've never done that one. I'm gonna leave the jokes here alone.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah, we'll leave the jokes alone. No more,
We
please.
don't want to offend. We're really
Yeah.
not trying to offend anybody.
That's true. That's right. And jokes can do it sometimes. I'm gonna quit skydiving. Yeah, you gotta come to our place, Rick.
Happy, joy, joy. That's
Happy,
right.
happy,
It's
joy,
right
joy.
next door.
Yeah, yeah, Rick. If you want to skydive, you can. I can walk right on my deck and look up and see skydivers almost every day. You know, and it's
All day long.
almost all day long. You know, unless it's windy or something. You know, but unless the weather's bad. Read my jokes above. Oh, you never have skydived? I haven't either. My sister did. Danny said never. No, I've never. I watch them and I enjoy watching them. They do all kinds of crazy things up there. But okay, gotta go. All gotta go.
Bye, Rat Pink.
Bye, Rick. Ron. I would have a heart attack. Yeah, I would too,
Well, I
Rick.
just found a perfectly good.
As long as the
plane.
airplane's still flying.
Bev and Larry
you
were
know.
talking about. They did it too.
Yeah, I think they did it.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. Oh, no resolutions for Larry. No, I don't make resolutions. You know.
So does anybody ever hide silver in the old year and then find it the new year?
No,
we
never
used to do
done
that
that.
all the time when we were kids.
I never had any silver. Peace all. Okay, peace, Ron. Yeah, I never had any silver. What would happen
We'd
to
take a dime,
KKK
something
was a
silver, some sort of
disease?
silver coin.
Oh, so like a silver coin. Is there any coins that have silver in it anymore?
Yeah, not all.
They weren't they plated or sandwiched anymore? Oh, Black Death. Yeah, hide silver. Yeah,
Yeah.
I never
you
did that.
Did you
Sue-
hide silver, Rick?
If you don't get it, I'll find you.
Mm-hmm. Fine.
You already know me.
We call it Black Death. KKK.
I have some solid silver coins.
I have some too.
Yeah. Yeah, Bev and I have both done tandem skydives. Lots of fun. Yeah, they do that here every day. It's wonder you didn't do that when you was here, Rick or Larry. You was right next to
We
it.
went over there, remember?
Oh, that's right.
It was too windy.
And it was windy that day. Yeah, that's right. We did go over.
They weren't going to jump though. We were just going to watch them.
Yeah. Yeah, every once in a while we'll go over there. But most of the time we can see all the skydivers just right here from
It's
the.
fun to see them landing though.
It is because they do those swoops. They come down and they'll swoop down in. But yeah, it is fun to watch them land. But then they do all these things in the air. They have those what do you call it, wingsuits, and they'll fly like a bird across the sky. And then they'll have they'll do those formation things. They've done fireworks, you know. Oh, Rick says better to muff dive than skydive. Sorry. Yeah, they do all kinds of things, formations and that.
What's muff dive?
I'll tell you later. Denny says Grandpa used to hide silver for us, so I wish my grandpa had some silver for me.
Yeah, we used to do that, Danny.
Yeah, I never heard that till Sue told me that. So
Yeah, we used to always do it.
and then you just take coins and hide the coins, and then when do you get them back? Rick said Bob knows. Yeah, when do you get your back when you hide it? What's the
You go find it the next year.
the next?
It's supposed to bring prosperity.
So you do it like New Year's Eve, and then you do it the next day. You go find it, right?
Yeah, you go find
Okay.
it the next day. And you know where you put it, unless you're so drunk you don't remember where you put
Oh,
it.
Ted said my joke didn't go through. Okay, bye UK. Yeah, next day, Denny said. So, freaking YouTube. Yeah, YouTube will get. Hi, there's Diz back. How's the tank coming? Did you get it filled up? Woo! I got a pretty easy system when I do water changes in my tanks. I have a real long siphoning hose, and I can run it all the way from any of my tanks, run it clear outside, and I can start the siphoning, let it go down, and then just, I'll vacuum the gravel and that. And then I have a big long garden hose with the water, and I can just fill it right back up again. Oh, Ted says it stopped me before I could even get started. Oh, Facebook or YouTube, they'll do that. They'll stop you quick. Seems like a lot of times you do I did that video this morning on that little gadget for my Osmo, and I did it off this camera we're using right now. And behind me, the TV had the what was playing? Father Knows Best. And you watch, I'll get a copyright strike, you know. But I guess enough, I was in front of the camera enough that it didn't catch it, you know. One time we did a chat, and I don't know, had Beaver was playing in the background. Didn't think nothing about it. Well, they completely took that video down, you know, because Leave It to Beaver was in the background. So they'll do that to you. Unless it was Sue. There you go. It stopped you.
I didn't stop anything.
Sue didn't stop it.
Didn't read. Bob didn't read it.
I probably missed it. Things would go by and I missed things. If I ever miss a comment, write it again. Cause
I didn't delete anything.
No. Yeah, once in a while comments will go by and I'll miss them, and so write it again.
Yeah, I didn't delete anything.
Yeah, they'll get going
I'm
fast.
ready on the trigger finger though.
On the trigger. Yeah, I don't think you've ever used the moderator thing, you know. So Eric says, filled up, yes, rinsed off the logs, well, driftwood, siphoned up substrate. The tank is on the other side of the kitchen sink, so I just let the water, just let it to water. Oh, go down the drain, but filter, yuck. Yeah, you get some yucky stuff in aquariums after a while. Food and fish poop. Oh, it didn't show up. Okay, so it didn't even come through. Rick says Sue is firm but fair. Yeah. Well, you know, Diz is firm but fair. Some nights in Robert's chat, Diz is a moderator for Traveling with Robert, and you know, sometimes some people will get crazy, and he's very fair about it, and so he'll get at them once in a while if they get too crazy. Alright, so Ted, I'm not going to say it anyways. That's alright. Too many beers. That's what happens.
That's good and that's bad.
Yeah, that's what happens. Too many
You lose
beers.
inhibitions.
99 bottles of beer on the wall.
We got 99 bottles on our wall.
Yeah, I've got about 250 different beers on the wall. It's dark in here tonight. I don't think you can see them, you know. This said Sue got it made in here. 11 chatters, 20 mows. I know, and Robert has, what, 250 chatters?
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, 100 plus. Yeah, Robert, usually it's closer to 200 on a good night with Robert, you know. Eventually we'll probably have 200 in time. It all takes time. Time is a hard thing to wait on, you know. Slam. There you go. I wonder where Jeff went. I haven't heard back from Jeff. Hey, maybe he fell asleep.
Could be.
Oh, he should have more than one moderator. Yeah, sometimes, you know. There's some days he could use more than one, you know. Yeah, I was going to ask Diz, how did you end up hooking up with Robert? I never...
And then end up being his...
Like his moderator and that. So,
yeah,
I don't know how you got to know him. Probably you guys met somewhere or whatever. I was just interested in how you guys got to meet up. Oh, Rick says, Sue, you're too young to be a grandmother. Well, she's a grandmother how many times?
5 times.
5 times, you know? Okay, this says, so the UK light in the filter was a 9 watt, but it like melted some of the plastics. Go figure. You know, there's another way you can make a homemade, like a UV light, where you take a aquarium pump and you take LEDs and you leave these LEDs on, and you take a bubble or a pump and it bubbles up over that, and it starts growing. You make like a plastic box, and the LEDs will start growing the algae, and it'll pull it away from the rest of your water, and the bubble up will aerate, I guess, and make the algae grow, but it gets rid of the algae in the rest of the tank. I've seen that in videos, how they make that. I've never made one. I don't have a UV on any of my tanks. Yeah, Rick says, what kind of UV do you have on it? So I'm gonna use that. What is it called? Green Monster? Greens?
I don't know.
Oh, there's Alex, Culture, Lifestyle, and Travel. Happy New Year to everyone. Hi, Alex. How you doing this evening? Happy New Year's to you. Yeah, Rick says, "Well, Sue, I'm old enough to be a grandpa, but not yet, so I'll never."
It doesn't always depend on you; it's your kids.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, Alex. Oh, green killing machines. Yeah, I've looked at those and thought about them. I don't. I mean, they definitely will help. I get some algae on the side of the glass, and I just scrape it off. I don't have a lot of problem with algae, but I can't say I don't get it because I get some. Oh, Eric says, okay, Robert, how we met, it was after my 2015 trip. I wanted to drive up to Chattanooga, so I looked up to see Rock City. Well, that's where I seen TR video of Rock City. Okay. Alex says, hey, Ted, Sue, Diz. Yeah, Rick said I started late, almost 31 when my first son was born. So I've never had any kids, so it's like I'll never have any grandkids. So I've never had kids. Just said I don't have a UV light as of yet. I'm going to pick one up tomorrow, 24-watt green thing. So that'd be pretty cool. You have to keep me posted how that works out for you, because I know you had a real issue with the algae there. So I'll be curious to see how that works out. Rick says, yeah, I did. I have 224 watts, so supposedly they make a difference. Of all, I mean, I had a pet store. I had over 100 aquariums at one time, and I've never used a UV light, and I just like to try one once, really, because I just don't know how they do. Oh, Ted says, not too late, Bob. Well, nah, I don't want any kids now. Too old. If I had a kid now, I'm 65, I'd be 85 before the kid was 20. I was like, no way. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, Sue said I was 19 when I had my first daughter.
Yeah, men can pretty much have kids all their lives, usually.
Yeah.
But it's a woman that's harder when she gets older to have a child.
Okay, this says back to TR, how I met as of January 2016. I drove to Tampa RV show and met him. Like for 2 minutes, and got my CD signed, and that was it. And then a year later, I met him in Tampa again. Okay, so he met him over to the Tampa show. Rick says they won't keep algae off the glass, just keep it off the water. Oh, okay, so it really doesn't. You still get the algae on the glass on it. So I don't have much trouble with it in the water. I just get some on the glass, and I just, clean that off, and then when it gets again, I clean it off again. Okay, and this is then when we got together again on his trip back up north for his Lexington, Kentucky video at Disney Springs. Okay. So you've ran across Robert several times, so that's pretty cool. He's a nice guy. I tell you what, if you know Robert in person, he's a really nice guy. I really enjoyed meeting up with him over here at Daytona, and so it was really a lot of fun. About that time, he got me the moderator for this channel, and we exchanged phone numbers, so we text back and forth on a regular basis. Okay. Cool history, Diz.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, Bob, it also helps with disease in the water. Yeah, and I've heard that too, because any diseases in the water, it'll kill off diseases in that. Oh, Ted said, I'd like to meet him. Yeah, I hope someday when he's up north there, you guys get a chance to do a meetup. So I'm trying to get him to park his Mini Tinny in our driveway this week on his way back west. So, yeah, because he's going to be heading up that way. So, buy him a beer. There you go, Ted. Just buy him a beer. Yeah, I think he scopes out different places to go depending on where he wants to stop and not, But, yeah, he'll be leaving on, what is the 2nd? That'd be on Wednesday? Thursday?
Wednesday. Yeah.
Wednesday, yeah.
Yeah. So some of you guys were on his premiere on Friday night. Was it Friday night? Yeah. Thursday night. Was it? Robert had his premiere.
Oh yeah.
Thursday night.
Yeah,
that was 4 hours.
Yeah, that was.
Ted was there, and Alex was on it.
Yeah, Alex says we have a pond. You can see it on my channel, and I have huge kois. Kois are cool. I have a 24-watt UV light that works great. But I'm also have a protein skimmer, which helps as we have algae on the rubber lining. I used to have a protein skimmer in my saltwater reef tank. You know, I used to use a protein. Actually, I still have it. I use it, but not a lot in the freshwater. But after using the UV light and the protein skimmer, no more algae. So there is ways you can clear up algae. Yeah, I'm hearing about algae, and I need to read up about it again as I'm babbling away. Oh, Rick says, hope we didn't fit in. Nah, we're good. Everybody's good. No problem. Just having fun. I said that was a great primer. Yeah, you know, as far as aquarium goes and algae is in some ways a little bit of a beneficial thing in the biological cycle. You know, you turn your ammonia into nitrates. Nitrites, and then nitrates turn to nitrates. Nitrates is ate up by plant life, and so it really is part of the biological process of breaking down waste. There's that whole cycle that goes through. Rick says I do a video on my tanks and show you. I'd love you to do that. Do a video on your tanks, Rick. That'd be cool. I'd love to see it. This says, so I'm getting UV light. And what, a protein skimmer? Yeah, protein skimmer is basically a column that comes up, and you basically have a air hose or a bubbler at the bottom of it, and it bubbles up, and the proteins will skim off the top, and you'll get all this kind of looks like foam off of it, and that pulls like proteins and that out of it. Oh yeah, that premiere with Robert was fun. Yeah, there's. I have a protein skimmer in my pond. It works well, and I've used it. You'll see all kinds of color, like brown and stuff. That that foam will come off, and then you dump the junk off the protein skimmer. Again, I used that. I had a saltwater reef tank set up for a long time, and I used the protein skimmer in that. I also had to use a calcium drip because I had live corals in that. Rick says this for freshwater protein skimmer is the waste you want. Yeah, and you're right, Rick. You really don't need so much a protein skimmer in freshwater. It's more beneficial in saltwater. More like a surface skimmer for freshwater, but it'll do a little bit in freshwater, but not to the same effect that you'll get out of saltwater using a protein skimmer. You know, there's so much chemistry into aquarium keeping. You know. I've been doing aquariums for, oh gosh, long time, you know. Said I used to own a pet store years. I had tons of tanks. I've had probably thousands, probably a million fish through my hands all the life. Yeah, UV sterilizer will kill the protein. That's right. And, oh, there's Scott. TR doing a review of Lake O. Yeah, that's... Traveling Robert's going to do that. It's cool. When I saw that, I go, right away I was looking for you and go, oh, Scott's going to love this. You know, Robert's there at the Lake O KOA, so that'll be cool. In fact, I'm glad to see it. Just said that for the pond, we have what we call a big black, which is, I guess, I need to do a video about. Yeah, that'd be cool to do a video on that pond. And if you have any thoughts, we mainly just let the pond do its own thing once a year. I had a little pond, and I didn't do a lot with it. I had a lot of plants in it, though. I had a lot of live plants, and that kind of goes through this thing, and it always stayed crystal clear. Alex says, hey, Bikes, you know Robert was at Lake O, yeah. Yeah, it looked like he took a little mini vacation there before he took off on his long trip. Yeah, drain out the pond water and clean the bottom of sand and leaves and yuck. Yeah, I used to get all these. I had pond lilies and stuff, and I had it full of goldfish, and it did well. Fun for the darn frogs, you know. I said, yeah, I guess we are all members. Yeah, we are. We're all members. Scott said, looking forward to his review. Yeah, me too. Oh, when's the bike review? I gotta do that. I've been doing... Tomorrow I'm hoping to go down to a park down at Ponce Inlet. There's a park that goes from the intercoastal all the way over to the Atlantic side. Depending on the weather, I want to fly my drone. If it's too windy, I probably won't do a drone flight. and we've having fog. When we get these warm days, that when it cools down at night, we'll get fog in the morning, and sometimes it don't clear up till 9 or 10 o'clock, depending on how bad the fog. This morning wasn't bad. Well, by 9 o'clock it cleared off. But yeah, I got to do a bike review on that. Roll it out. And need to run it again. I haven't rode it since Biketoberfest, October, so we don't ride it as much as we should. This said there's a 1,000-gallon filter. It's like 60-some gallon filter with 2 sides. Yeah, I have what do we call those sumps on all my tanks, and they're all homemade filters. So I'll have, you know, depending on the size of the tank, up to 10 gallons in a 55-gallon just in the sump that the filters everything through and back into the tank. Alex says as soon as I saw that, I thought he would like it. Yeah, me too. As soon as I saw that picture that there's Robert in the pool there at Lake Okeechobee, and it's like, I thought of Scott right away, you know. Do I have a micro skip? No, I don't. I don't have a micro skip. What is a micro skip? You got me on that one, Scott. He says I have a UV filter for the pond, but took it out as the water was always clear. We keep a big umbrella up during the summer, and down in the winter, and the sun changes its arc. Yeah, I had so many plants in that little outside one that the sun could barely touch the water. I had tons of plants. In fact, I had to keep pulling plants out and throwing them out because they grow so quick. And this said I have a big pump in the pond that pushes the water out into the big black, and it goes through a chamber 1 and then goes into chamber 2 and then back to the pond. Oh, there's Infield Ike. Hey, Infield, love the Mormon. Happy New Year to Ike. Yeah, Diz, you have to do a video on your pond. That would be interesting. Rick says, okay, guys, I'm off. Happy New Year. Thank you, Bob and Sue, for another awesome Monday chat. Yeah, I appreciate it. We've been going, what, an hour and 7 minutes, so we'll get off here shortly. People are still talking, so. Oh, Microsoft, yeah, Rick. Oh, it's all go-karts at Daytona Speed. That's right, the go-karts are in town. Usually, right now, they race the go-kart. Hey, if you haven't ever seen go-karts go around Daytona Speedway, those babies fly like 2 inches off the ground or 1 inch off the ground. It's really awesome how fast they go around there. Scott says, see you, Rick. Yeah, we'll see you, Rick. Glad to see you come by. Appreciate it. Appreciate all your videos. I'm always getting cooking ideas.
Bye, Rick. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, and Happy New Year to Holly. So, yeah, this says I have 2 15-inch Plecostomus. They were inside the tank, but threw them out in the pond, and they were only 1 inch. I have a Pacu that is, oh gosh, he's probably 1 foot long now. He almost needs to be outside. He's huge. And Alex says I had flat boats, sold it for more, and then I bought it for. Sometimes you can't. I've done that with motorcycles. I've never lost money on a motorcycle. The last one I had my S40, the Suzuki, like Scott has, and I sold it for exact same money I paid for it, you know. And I bought it used, but it only had 100 miles on it when I bought it, so it was still brand new. Oh, Infield says my first time seeing, and then it was very awesome. It was cool. I remember it's been years since I went over and watched the go-karts around the speedway. And the first time I've seen it is like they're geared real high, so they take off real slow, but they get wound up and going around that track. I don't know, they probably go over 100 mile an hour at least, maybe. I thought someone said once they do about 130, so I'm not sure. So it says, Alex, roger that. Yeah, Happy New Year. Just bought my first pet crawfish. They're cool. I like to eat them too. Crawfish. Pacu, gonna look that one. Pacu looks like a piranha. If you saw a Pacu, you would probably couldn't tell the difference between a piranha and a Pacu. And they get huge. Ted says, I'm gonna jump off right now. Thanks for listening. Okay, Ted. Glad to see him. Be careful out there. Stay safe. Don't drive. Have a Happy New Year's. Oscar, I heard Oscar just took a big chomp off the top of the tank. I'll hear this clump, and he's up there, got something on the surface of the water. Scott says, since Marie got the Sportster, I'm selling my S40 to my secretary. I love that Sportster. color and everything. I love that thing. That was great. If I had Sportster, that would be it. That would be the one. Did get a Picosmus suckerfish. I had two in the pond. Got them around 2 inches, and now they're a foot long. Yeah, they'll help clean up algae and stuff. All right, so infill, like I said, that yeah, they do like 130 mile an hour, like, you know, this far off the ground. Your butt's hanging right on the ground, flying around there. It's amazing watching them go around Daytona Speedway. See you, Ted. Just says, well, if he needs a new home, a 300-gallon, and just looked up Paku online. Yeah, he.
I might keep that in mind.
Yeah, he's good. He's in a 55 right now. He's done all right. He's all by himself in a 55. I feed him dog food. He eats the same thing that Cassie, my dog, eats, and he grows like crazy. Yeah, Info says Pacu teeth are like human teeth. Yeah, they are, and they will eat other fish. You know.
Well, we know they will.
Oh yeah, I mean he ate some of my Africans.
He ate a couple of Africans. He started eating your sharks.
Yeah, and I had to get the sharks out, you know. And Oscar ended up ate one of the sharks, so I had to get them out. So, Oscar's by himself, Paco's by himself. I call him Taco the Paco on it. He's pretty cool. He'll take food out of your fingers.
And Oscar the Grouch.
And Oscar the Grouch behind us here.
Because he pouts sometimes.
He'll pout. If you get in his tank, he'll go down the corner and pout.
Lays on his side, acts like he's dead.
Okay, we'll see you, Alex. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate you guys.
Oh yeah, he would eat your goldfish, Dennis.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know I have two in the pond. They like 15 inches.
We put 15 minnows in with him that we used to clean, process the tanks, and the next day the 15 minnows were gone.
Oh yeah, he'll eat them right up. Yeah, dog food does. He eats so much. If you bought regular aquarium food, you'd go broke. So I feed him same thing I feed Cassie, our little poodle. It's good enough for my dog. It's good enough for my fish, you know, and he loves it. I mean, he gulps. I sat there, he opens his mouth and just pour it down his mouth. He's a good-looking fish, you know. Alex says, Happy New Year. This may be upcoming year be filled with good health and hundreds of yeah, we want hundreds and up to thousands of subs for everybody, you know. It's
100,000 subs, yeah.
We all need it. I just, if I got 1,000, you know. Tess says, Bob, keep drinking. Yeah, I ain't got much left here. Just about one more sip's all I got left on there. There wasn't much there, but a shot and a half. And I'll finish that up. It's like Robert when he runs out of IPA, and then he gets off the chat. You know, he says, "Oh, I'm done. I'm out of IPA." So that's pretty good, though. Infield said I have 3 goldfish that I got as feeder fish, and now they're 7 inches long and fat as they can be. We have one tank. When I started a couple of these tanks, I used the feeder goldfish just to cycle the tank. Well, Sue didn't want nothing to happen to them because she kind of liked them, so she went out and got a 10-gallon. So we have got about 7 of them I think left in a little 10-gallon tank. And
They're about 2 inches long.
yeah, they're not real big, but I don't really overfeed them or nothing because I don't want them to get.
They're way bigger than they were when we got them.
Oh yeah, they were tiny, just little feeder goldfish. What are they, 20 cents a piece when you buy them?
Yeah.
On it, and so we've got a little feeder thing. I got one tank. I got a couple minnows in it. It's all in it, and I need to put something of more interest in it. The minnows, I use minnows to cycle another thing. Okay, Denny says, talk to you 2 later. So yeah, good to hear from you, Denny.
Bye, Denny.
Happy New Year. Glad to see you come on
it.
it. I think we're going to get ready to wrap up the chat here. We've been gone for about an hour and 15 minutes. This says we buy feeder goldfish for $1 for like 5, and but then after a year they're like, yeah, they get big, especially if they have a big area, you know. Now you can buy them really cheap. Like I said, I almost got a blue cray. Yes, I've seen this for 20 bucks. I think those are cool looking, the blue crayfish. Do you keep that with anything else, Ike? Do you just keep it in its own tank, or is it with any other fish? 'Cause I know some of the crayfish in that will grab other fish and get at them, but I'm unsure. I've never kept them, you know. Okay, Scott, you have a good night. See you all in 2019. Okay, I appreciate you coming by, Scott. Appreciate everybody. So I think we're going to go ahead and get ready to get out of here. everybody have a happy New Year's. And oh, we bought blue crud, but it died. But yeah, everybody stay safe out there. One little thought, I saw that earlier, and this happened here in this town, downtown here. Somebody shot a gun up in the air, and when you shoot straight up in the air, the bullet's going to come down somewhere. And I remember that a little bar downtown outside, and it hit a guy and almost killed him. And it was unintentional, but the bullet came down somewhere. It's going to hit something. So if you guys do that, think about it, you know. So it might not be a good idea. So I said, oh, I fed my fish turtle food. Oh yeah, I fed turtle food. Now they're big. All right, guys, we're getting out of here.
Happy New Year, everybody. See
Happy
you next
New
year.
Year, and glad to see everybody come. Glad to all you that have supported the channel here all this year. Shoot your eye out, kid. That's right, Diz.
Right.
You'll shoot your eye out. So, yep.
Everyone be safe if you're going out.
Be safe. We'll see you on, this is Monday, we'll see you on Thursday morning, 8 a.m. So, everybody have fun. Enjoy your New Year's. Bye-bye.